Well, just getting onto the ice, probably good hard practice for an hour and a half or so. And then we're heading out to the next venue. So I'll see you guys on the ice. Try to keep up. When we got on the ice today, it was a real high-tempo practice. We focus a lot on driving the net for the forwards, and as D-man, we focus a lot on protecting the front of the net area. So our goalies can see the shots and can predict where the puck's going to come at. I got it, Stace. Every day in practice, we continue to work on fundamentals in hockey. It doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are, you can always work on it. For me, something I try to always work on in practice is obviously stick handling and puck movement. So I try to focus on making that first pass. Every team has good, skilled forwards now, 4 lines. They can skate and shoot, and you want to get them the puck at every chance you can. Well, today at the end of the practice, we were doing a drill where I was lucky enough to get one off the goalie right into my forehead. It doesn't hurt at all. It just doesn't look too good. So I'm going to have to head off and get some stitches, and I'll be at the school as soon as I can. I went to my old school today. Holy Cross School is where I learned French immersion. A lot of good memories. I was here today to launch the Adopt a School program, where anyone can adopt a school and send young kids to Oil King hockey games. I looked into the gym and there's about 500 kids just rocking and rolling. And I tell you, that gets you excited right away. They're excited to see you, and I've quickly forgotten about any pain I might be having. And I was just really looking forward to getting there and seeing the kids.
Today I'm officially adopting Holy Cross, the school I attended, and I'm pleased to present 200 tickets to distribute to kids who work hard and deserve the ability to come to an Oil Kings game.
We had a bit of time to take a few questions from the kids, and I always love it. Everyone puts their hands up. I just love listening to kids' questions. You never know what they're going to say.
Is it really hard to become an Oiler?
Well, Morgan, that's a good question. Just to become an Oiler takes a lot of hard work. And, when I was your age, I didn't, obviously I watched the Oilers growing up, but it just seemed like such a far-off goal for me that I kept working at, but at the same time I kept working at school. But once I decided I wanted to try to become a hockey player and hopefully play for the Oilers, I really put a lot of time in and practice. So it just takes a lot of hard work. That's the biggest thing. that goes for, without saying, for most things you want to do, but that's definitely the one. And some luck too.
Well, the guys who were with us today were a lot of fun guys. McIntyre and Pouliot, all these guys are fun guys. And we had some fun with some of the questions they asked us. And I think that for the most part, fans, they want to know, different things like what kind of sticks we use, but they also want to know what kind of people we are. What are we like? Are we funny? Are we serious? Do we like movies? Do we read books? So I think the best thing we can do is try to open up to fans and let them know exactly what we're like.
Hello, I'm Ryan. Who was your favorite hockey player growing up, and why was that?
Yeah, for me, I grew up in Edmonton, so I watched all the times that they won the Stanley Cup. So I think my favorite player was Mark Messier. And I actually got the opportunity when I was older. I got to play with him in Vancouver for a couple of years, and it was just a great experience. He taught me how to be a professional, how to treat, the coaches and the trainers and the people that work at the airports and the fans especially. He was really good, and he was a big influence on my career at a young age. And he's a great guy, and everyone knows it. But I always thank him when I see him.
Hanging out with you guys, that's a lot of fun, right? Yeah? All right. You guys need to come to the games. You guys are good cheers.
Still got it, boys. Still got it. After we were done the main program in the gym, we were able to walk around the school. And some of my teammates, we walked around and saw some of the classes I used to hang out in. I saw my old locker where it all started for me. And it was pretty neat, you know. It just seems it's been, 15, 20 years since I was in some of those classes, and to see them now, and at the time it seemed so huge and everything so intimidating. To go back now, it's a little different perspective, but lots of good memories.
One less kid, we'd probably had one big class.
Wow. What size recess?
What job would you have if you weren't an Oiler?
Maybe a coach of hockey or something like that. I don't know. I guess I've never really put a lot of thought into it.
Grew up on a farm, so it's kind of in the blood. That's probably what I'd do. If I couldn't do that, I'd be a firefighter.
I don't have any good answers like those guys, but I always liked Dairy Queen, so I thought it'd be neat to be maybe a manager and work my way up to owning them. Dairy Queen. I love Blizzards. It doesn't look like it, but I love them. And I'm probably the oldest guy here. You can't tell by looking at me. But when I was here in school, breakdance was really cool. And I think it's on a way back up. So when I retire, I think I'm going to go on a breakdancing tour, and I'll be around doing a lot of that. So we'd love one. We want one for our collection. Go in the middle. You got to go in the middle. Put her. Get in there, buddy. Get in there. I think that's a keeper.
After going back to that school, and now, remember dreaming, growing up, wanting to be an Oiler, it kind of just ties in nicely with, being an Oiler now, and it's funny, you just kind of come full circle.